How should I feel about my boyfriend having the option to have sex with other girls?
Well, you are in an open relationship. You're just casually dating. So if I assume that means that he's dating and sleeping with other women and she's dating and sleeping with other guys, or maybe she's
I think they
exclusive with
mentioned the
him.
way that
He wants to have sex with other women.
Oh.
And he wants her to give him the option to, but still be in the relationship, but frequent other
Yeah,
women.
so as long as you're both allowed to do that, because if you got to think about what's my outcome? What do you want? Do you want just somebody to casually date and hook up with, or do you want a life partner? Do you want a living boyfriend? Do you want somebody exclusive with you? It's so if you're boyfriend girlfriend and your boyfriend says, "Oh, I want to have the option to sleep with other women," what that means is he's like, "Hey, I want to basically monkey branch to somebody else," because that's typically what's going on. And it's like if you, in that case, your goals and your values are different. If he wants to just date around and sleep with whoever, whenever he meets a girl he likes and wants to be able to just go have sex with her, and you want exclusivity and family, then your goals and values are not aligned. And you got to be strong enough and love yourself enough to keep looking and searching until you find somebody that shares the same goals and values and wants to commit to you in the same way that you want to commit with them. And a lot of men and women, when they get caught up in those situations where their goals and values don't align, is they stick around hoping to change the person, or the things are going to eventually get better and they'll change their mind. And in women's case, because I've seen a lot of the years in my coaching practice, women that are involved in multi-year relationships with married men, and it's never the right time for them to leave their wives, even though they're constantly promising that. And women got a biological window that is closing if they want to have a family. And I've talked to women that have 5-7 years with one dude that's still in the oh, it's just my wife's really going through a tough time psychologically, and now it's not, next fall definitely, and then we can finally be together. And it's 5-7 years on, and it's like the dude's had the same story for the whole time. And I was like, you're a side piece. It's, you're not doing things with the kids. The kids don't know about you. But people project their fantasy. Men and women do this. They project their fantasy of what they want, and they ignore that the other person is not living up to that. And they ignore the actions, because the actions tell us everything. And you got to make sure the words and the actions match. The actions tell us the true intentions.
Also, I feel like you should have a conversation with your significant other, and like Corey said, if it's not matching, it's, if that's not in your cards, then why keep on going with it? If you're not feeling the same way, then just end it. Because if he wants to be with other people, I feel like sex, when you care about somebody, is something that's something you cherish, and that's something like intimate you share together. And if you're in a long-term relationship and he's like, oh, I want to sleep with other people, I'm gonna be like, hell no. Hell no. Like, why would you even ask that? It's like, it would make me question my ability and my womanhood. Am I not satisfying you enough that you have to go out to someone else? So it makes you question yourself, which, when you're with somebody that you love and that should love you the same, they shouldn't make you question yourself.
Yeah, like, you're not a potato to them. Why would you do that?
Potato?
Potato.
I love potatoes, so I don't know.
But
there's 500 different kinds.
That's how I would feel. Like, I would feel like I'm just a potato to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he could have the other potatoes, but not me at that point.
Why you're not a potato, Jocelyne.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah, so for that woman, at the end of the day, she wants exclusivity. It's that they don't have the same value, and she needs to tell him, "Hey, well, I'm out. We can continue to date and hook up, but I'm looking for somebody that wants to be exclusive. Right. And as soon as I find that dude, I'm out." And
they said she said it's her boyfriend, so if it's her boyfriend, so
they're
a lot of girls call guys their boyfriends, and the guy doesn't even know that they're.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up doing the same thing that the other viewer question did with the whole, oh, I broke up with my girlfriend and I regret it and now she's moved on. Like, that's the last thing this dude wants. to happen to him. I mean, that
like
is.
Corey said, he's probably
Yeah.
just trying to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
he's
could
looking at
also
the monkey
backfire.
branch. He's not feeling it, and women need to recognize that if the dude's not showing up, she's got to just tell him flat out. It's like, I'm looking for exclusivity, or I'm looking for marriage, and our values and goals don't align. But we can hook up until I find somebody else, and you do whatever. But we're gonna have protected sex from now on if you're gonna be promiscuous.
No, but why even bother staying with the guy to begin with? Like, girl, don't waste your time.
Well, maybe she doesn't want to go out sleeping around. Maybe
But she doesn't want. I mean, she doesn't want to. Why does he have
He's
to?
not satisfied, and he's not ready to
Yeah.
stay with her only.
So
Then you're both free agents. That's the reality
Yeah.
of it. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're free agents. He's thinking like a free agent. And he may, I don't know, this guy may or may not have integrity. If he has no integrity, he's going to go fuck somebody else anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't be surprised if it were to be the other way around, that he gets mad over that. Because it's just not fair. It just, for me, how I see it, it just makes no sense. You're better off just, like, not even staying with a dude.
I don't know.
If the sex is really good, though.
I wouldn't put up with it.
Yeah, but still.
I wouldn't put up with it. There's a
Yeah.
million other guys out there that can do it better than you, I'm sure. And it's usually the guys that say, oh, nobody's going to F like me. Nobody's going to do this better than me. Oh, trust me, honey. There is.
Girl, you could do so much better. Like,
Jade has detailed files.
One of the things I would say is that if he decides to do that, and at the point where, say, they do break up, like, I feel that one of the attitudes that she should have is like, he's got nothing on me. If this is what he wants, so be it. I can find other guys that are just as great. So this dude got nothing on me. Like, I would have that attitude.
Unless you live in Florida, then the wells kind of run and drive the good ones.
But there is a lot of options in South Florida, especially. They'd be more than happy to
Good people.
to get you that
There's
way.
special options in Florida? Is that what you said?
No, South Florida. I specified it.
Good people are good to you, good for your soul are very rare. They always are, even good friends. And the same thing goes for lovers. So, people that say, oh, we're all the good ones, or a good one, they don't, everybody sucks, or modern women, that kind of bullshit. The reality is good people who are good for you, good to you, good for your soul are very rare. And so when you find somebody that's good to you, good for you, and good for the soul, you should keep them around. And you should appreciate them. But the reality is the majority of people, it's like they're just kind of passing through. It's like, think of it as like a train station, a big train station. You're all just like...
They're all just going through the tunnel.
Yep. You each have different destinations, but some of them will stick around. Like Oprah said, everybody wants to ride in your limo, but a true friend will take the bus with you when the limo's broke down. In other words, the true friend is always with you, whether you're doing great or you're going through a tough time or whatever.